Apparently there is a rock in India which was found 10,000 years ago. And on this rock is a painting which a lot of archaeologists have come to discover that these could be the symbols that the ancient civilization that came before us humans did on Earth, which some people might like to call them as the Anunnakis, the guys who built the pyramid and also the gods that ancient Egyptians used to worship. And we also have a footage which was released by a retired CIA agent, claims that he knows a lot about all of these Anunnakis, and he says that these guys are some sort of a hybrid bloodline. And there are 3 different types of species in them, one of which is the hybrid bloodlines, and the second one is occult mission patches, and the third one is reptilian influence. And there is actually a lot of interesting things he ends up sharing in this video. Just take a look at it.
That there are residents, visitors, and strangers. Residents being
CIA officer John Ramirez.
Entities that have been here long before humanity appeared, and in fact
Look
may
at that
have
stuff.
had some hand in making us who we are today. Otherwise, we'd still be primates with bonobos, chimpanzees, and gorillas. We're not. We've been elevated. And I believe it is.
And that's exactly what the Bible says, right? Like the ancient civilization, the guys who lived before, they probably taught us, all of these technologies, physics, chemistry, maths, and all that stuff, which was forbidden. God did not allow them to do it. But, it seems like they just gave us all of these knowledge. And that's probably why we are who we are as humans right now, fully civilized. And we're just way more intelligent than all the different species.
The residents, we did this. And I know that's very controversial, but it's a personal belief. That's how I sort it out for myself. And the visitors might actually be from other worlds.
Other worlds.
And the strangers, I don't know where they're from, but it seems very frightening to read the accounts of people, documented people who have experienced very disastrous effects, very tragic effects with their health from encountering the disturbing aspects of the phenomena.
Wow.
Now,
so it seems like, anyone that has come in contact with these creatures or, whatever the Anunnakis are, or some might also call it as the fallen angels as described in the Bible. Now, when people got in contact with them, it seems like it did not go very well, because it also seems like, some people have lost their lives. And that's probably what the whistleblowers are also, kind of revealing. In some of these secret space organizations that they worked on, they seem to actually have contacts with all of these different creatures. And they are saying that, these guys are currently living with us on Earth, and they're living somewhere that's just hidden. And now some of the pictures that the archaeologists have revealed is actually fascinating. Now, Billy Carson on Twitter says that they've unveiled the enigmatic 10,000 years old rock painting of Charama. The 10,000 years old rock paintings of Charama located in Kankar district of Chhattisgarh, India. Now, apparently this rock exists in India, one of the most ancient civilizations in all of our mankind. And it seems like there is a lot more to this story than what you have been expecting, because it seems like India offers an extraordinary glimpse into the lives of early humans. Now, these vibrant depictions of animals, humans, and enigmatic humanoid figures suggest a complex culture and spiritual beliefs, which kind of raises a lot of different questions and meaning to life, or something that's even entirely extraterrestrial, like aliens and whatnot. While some interpretation seems to be linking these figures to extraterrestrial imageries, and others actually view them as symbolic representation of mythology or even spiritual beings. Now, the use of natural pigment has allowed these artworks to endure for millennium. And what it seems like is some sort of a humanoid massive creature. And we have no idea what this is. It just looks like some sort of aliens that we usually see in movies or cartoons and all that stuff, which usually end up having these bulb-like heads, which depicts aliens to look in a certain way. 90% of the movies, they kind of just registered this image in our minds that aliens are supposed to look in this particular way. And we don't know what kind of just inspired these artists in order to, create something like that, but it seems like some of the ancient scriptures and some of the archaeological findings like these are most probably the reason why all of the Hollywood industry has been adapting to it, which seems to have been taken from ancient Madhya Pradesh in India. And it's amazing that how these ancestors can draw perfect images of cattle, sheep, deers, people, and nature. Apparently it seems like they've drawn different types of creatures, which includes man, woman, and all different sorts of animals as well. But at the same time, they've also drawn something that that just looks very different, because you can actually see that they've drawn some sort of a space shuttle. Maybe it's related to some of the ancient technology and all that stuff. And archaeologists have already confirmed that the pyramid was built using some crazy technology which existed back in those times, which we have absolutely no idea about. And that's just mind-boggling at this point. Now, just take a look at this picture right here. Does this seem like a human being to you? They seem to be having some sort of a weird outfit style going on, which kind of reminds me of these Egyptian style outfits. They also have like a massive spacecraft kind of a drawing over here, which is just hovering on the sky, and we don't know what those are. And then we have something that seems to be some sort of a rocket, I believe. And this is what, most of the Hollywood movies kind of, depict as to how aliens are supposed to look most of the times. And just look at the stuff, man. It looks so freaking bizarre. Either, some of the ancient civilization, the people, they probably were just very artistic. But back then, what's interesting is that they never had internet, nor social media, nor did they even have chances of copying each other's art designs, because one design which is made in India kind of looks exactly the same as the image that was made all the way in America, in a completely different country. Back then, there was no country or whatnot, but obviously it was very far away in distance, and these people might not have ever met each other. So Jay Anderson actually brought up this whole Anunnaki thing, and it seems like these are some of the images that are crafted in the Great Pyramid. And obviously nobody knows how all of these craftings and writings and ancient textures just came to life, and it definitely looks like, there was a massive civilization that lived before we humans even existed. So this basically means that, these guys have definitely seen something that most of us humans, we don't realize what these things are. And in this image, it seems like we have a humanoid kind of a creature, but then it has 4 different wings, 2 facing the upper side and then 2 facing the downside, and they are dressed like the Egyptians. Now, Jay Anderson here says that how do you think the world will actually react if these dudes just turned up again and they looked exactly like this? Now, just imagine all of these whistleblowers coming out and saying, we have all of these aliens showing up and they've been in contact with the government for all these years, and we were just keeping this as a secret, and now finally we're going to reveal it that yes, aliens exist, and they have a massive technology and whatnot. So just imagine, what if the aliens that we're just talking about are these Anunnakis, the guys that lived before us, and what if they actually look like this, man? To be honest, they look freaking scary. And to be honest, if you look at all of these ancient arts, you get to see that these probably look like they're angels. They have some sort of a watch. All of these angels have watch. Probably it's some sort of a technology that they possess, and it definitely does seem like they have wings, man. And they also have some sort of a handbag, because in the last image that we saw, and here you actually get to see that they both have these watches for some reason. Nobody knows what the hell that is. If you actually look at the courtyard of Vatican, one of the most holiest places in the world, and for some reason, this place seems to be having the exact same statue of whatever these Anunnakis have been holding in their hands. Some people say this could be the real apple that's described in the Bible as the apple of Eden, and that is one of those divine fruits which is forbidden for us to eat, and that's probably what these guys are holding. Now, it definitely seems like they had some long hairs and, huge, massive beards, and they have a lot of different braids going on in it. Honestly, guys, if we look back at all the histories and all of these archaeological evidence that we have as of now, that, we had some sort of a civilization before humans existed, and now I'm just excited to see on what kind of information the whistleblowers are going to be revealing on what these creatures are, or the aliens that they had contacts with before. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about all of this stuff. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. It would be a very interesting chat to have. Now, with that being said, if you guys are going to enjoy this video, please just take a valuable second of your time. Drop a like on this video. It really goes a long way for me as a creator. Helps the video a lot more than you guys think. And if you guys want to get notified on all the videos that I upload every single day, then make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free of cost. And at the same time, make sure that you guys are setting your notification settings to all. Because if you don't do this, YouTube doesn't send you guys the notifications of my daily videos. So make sure you guys do it. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.